Hi, I'm Walter Birch, the editor and founder of the Debt Relief Center. Our heart and mission for you and the purpose of this video is to provide you with debt relief strategies, insights, and proven secrets to help you break free from debts, enrich your life, and brighten your financial future. The fact is, if you're struggling with high-interest credit cards and other debts, feeling stressed out and discouraged, and thinking that you could never break free from the burden of credit card debt, we have some very good news for you. We're about to share with you debt relief strategies and proven secrets to help you escape the cycle of credit card debt so you can get on an exciting path where you can actually leverage your hard-earned money, not to build up the balance sheets and wealth of credit card companies, but to create financial security and real prosperity for yourself and your family. The fact is, isn't it time for all of us to wake up and come to the realization of the true cost of high-interest credit cards and other debts that do so much to damage our financial futures? The plastic promise of buy now, pay later may sound very appealing, but the little rectangular credit cards in the wallets and pocketbooks of millions of Americans have in many cases become toxic weapons of financial destruction. For so many of us, easy credit and the debt that goes with it have become a way of life in America. You could call it the Democredit way. So how do we say no more to the Democredit way of life and get on the path to financial freedom and peace of mind? The first step to getting out of debt is to take personal responsibility. But know that you're not alone, and we're here to help you. In fact, the faces of debt represent all of us who have struggled with debt at one time or another in our lives. So, since we've been there, we can empathize and not pass judgment. True, we understand that many people get into debt making impulse purchases in an attempt to buy happiness. But we also understand that many of us, friends and neighbors all over the country, are faced with personal, financial, or even medical hardships and end up relying on high-interest credit cards, often as a means of survival. So, taking personal responsibility, but putting negative feelings and regrets behind us, let's look at the positive steps we can take right now to get out of debt as quickly as possible, beginning with the proven secrets to do-it-yourself debt relief. Now, as we get started, keep in mind that getting out of debt first requires the basic discipline to have a simple budget that you live with. Be aware of how much money is coming in and going out each month. There's no way you can ever get out of debt if you're piling on additional debt. So do your best to avoid using credit cards. And here's a tip: resolve to use cash or a debit card if at all possible. Using a debit card will save you from being charged the high interest rates that come with credit cards, yet still allow you to track and manage your expenses. So now that you're committed to do everything you can to avoid credit cards and accumulating more debt, how do you get rid of existing credit card debt as quickly as possible? Well, here are two powerful do-it-yourself credit card debt elimination keys that are much more than just helpful hints. They are proven secrets that have been successfully used by individuals and families all over the country, and they could cut your credit card debt down to size faster than you could ever imagine. Now, the first do-it-yourself debt payoff strategy is known as the Debt Snowball, and here's how it works. Each month, after you've made the minimum payments on each of your credit cards so that you avoid late fees and penalties, commit yourself to use any additional funds you can possibly allocate from your budget to pay down your lowest balance credit card debt first. Even if you can only afford an extra $25, $50, $100 or more, keep attacking that credit card month after month until the balance is zero. Just seeing that debt disappear will provide you even more motivation to stay the course as you continue on your debt-free march and begin to attack the credit card with the next lowest balance until it too is completely paid off. As the months go by, celebrate each victory as you see yet another credit card debt disappear, and stay committed to this plan until all credit card debts have been eliminated, including the one with the highest balance. Now, many financial experts highly recommend the Debt Snowball strategy as it can lead to early success, and the sense of accomplishment you feel and the momentum you achieve by eliminating debts one by one may well be the secret to your success. The second popular do-it-yourself debt relief strategy we call the Highest Interest Rate Debt Eliminator, or HIDE. Whereas the goal of the Debt Snowball is to pay off cards with the lowest balances first, the goal of the Highest Interest Rate Debt Eliminator, or HIDE, is to make the commitment to pay off the cards with the highest interest rate first. So each month, Do your best to stay within your budget, but with any additional funds you can possibly allocate, even if it's $50, $100 or more, use those funds to attack the credit card that carries the highest interest rate. So as an example, if you have 5 credit cards varying in rates from 9% to 23%, after you've paid at least the minimum on each of your cards, apply whatever additional funds you possibly can to pay off the card that carries the highest interest rate. In this case, that would be the 23% interest rate, because that's the card that is truly costing you and your family the most amount of money. Follow the HIDE plan month after month, beginning with the highest interest rate card all the way down to finally paying off the card that carries the lowest rate. Keep in mind, the Debt Snowball and the HIDE strategy are both very different strategies, but both of them are powerful and proven ways to get rid of credit card debts as quickly as possible. And they could quite possibly save you thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in the process, especially as compared to limiting yourself to only paying monthly minimums on high-interest credit cards for years and years. Now, let's review another important do-it-yourself strategy, and that really involves an option that consumers have to contact creditors one by one to request or negotiate lower interest rates, particularly if you've been a good and loyal customer and are overburdened by high-interest credit cards. Make it clear to the representative or demand to speak with a credit card company's supervisor and let them know you're experiencing a financial hardship and you'll take your business elsewhere or transfer your balances and close your cards with them if they do not consider your request for lower rates. In addition, if you have serious debts, have fallen behind, and maybe even are considering bankruptcy, and you have available funds to make a settlement offer, you also have the option to call creditors and offer to settle credit card debts for a lump sum amount for much less than you currently owe. While credit card companies will often be reluctant to accept such an offer, if you have fallen seriously behind on payments or if you're facing financial hardship, credit card companies may well agree to a reasonable lump sum settlement offer rather than receive little or nothing if they decide to sell off the debt to a third-party collector or if you're forced to file for bankruptcy. If you don't feel comfortable or confident going through the process of negotiating with credit card companies on your own, you also may use the services of professional debt relief counselors or debt specialists who conduct free budget and debt evaluations and work on behalf of consumers with the goal of getting credit card companies to reduce your interest rates, waive late fees and penalties, lower payments, or even settle debts for much less than the full amount owed. When comparing debt relief options and savings and the services of individual providers, make sure the provider you choose has earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, provides a free evaluation and savings estimate at no obligation, and does not charge any upfront fees. And also make sure before enrolling in any debt relief plan that you have a clear understanding of the total savings you could realize, the time required to complete the program, and any tax, legal, or credit implications the program may have. All of these options we've presented are, of course, in addition to bankruptcy, which is certainly a viable option that can provide a fresh financial start and clean slate. But it is also the option that has the most serious and long-lasting impact on personal credit and your financial future. So bankruptcy should be carefully considered with the help of a financial counselor or bankruptcy attorney before proceeding. We hope this information and insight has helped you better understand the debt relief options available to you. But most of all, we hope we've empowered and inspired you to take the first step to putting your debts behind you. And if you have a friend, family member, or loved one who you feel could benefit from this information, we invite you to share this video with them. The bottom line, whether you choose to take advantage of a debt relief program or take steps to plan and budget and pay off debts on your own, the Debt Relief Center wants you to know that debt does not have to be a way of life. And succeeding in becoming debt-free really does start with you, believing in you and what you can achieve for you and your family. We want to close now by sharing with you some powerful and inspiring words. We think you too will find them inspirational as you get started on your path to a debt-free life. It's called the power of commitment. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamt would have come his way. I have learned a deep respect for one of Goethe's couplets. Whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Again, that's the power of commitment, and we wish you the very best as you make your commitment to put your debts behind you on your way to a life of financial freedom.